This week, we are focusing on common misspelled words and using better vocabulary to help students improve their writing skills. The goal is to expand children's vocabulary in writing so they can produce a better text. Word number 1 is simple. Another word for simple is easy. For example, in maths, 1 plus 1 is a simple maths question. This means 1 plus 1 is an easy maths question. In English, a simple sentence is a short sentence or a clause. For example, Dad planted a tree. Word number 2 is compound. The word compound has several meanings. Firstly, the word compound means a mixture. For example, the kitchen smelled like a compound of chili sauce and garlic. In this case, the word compound is a noun. Secondly, the word compound means several parts. For example, compound sentences have more than one independent clause joined by conjunctions such as and, but, or. For example, I ate a banana and he ate an apple. In this case, the word compound is used as an adjective. Word number 3 is complex. The word complex means consisting of many different and connected parts. It also means complicated. For example, the professor was known for his ability to solve complex maths puzzles. In English, complex sentences are made up of an independent clause, which makes sense by itself and can be used as a sentence, and one or more dependent clauses. A dependent clause does not make sense on its own, but it does contain a verb. For example, my friend was not at school last week because he was sick. Word number 4 is misled. Misled means having the wrong idea. For example, I was misled by the road sign and ended up getting lost. Word number 5 is bi-monthly. Bi-monthly means twice a month. You can remember this from the prefix bi, which means two. For example, our teacher gives us bi-monthly maths tests to make sure we are keeping up with our work. This means we have 2 maths tests every month. Word number 6 is transportation. The noun transportation is the action of moving something. For example, trains, buses, and cars are all types of transportation. What type of transportation do you take to get to school every morning? Word number 7 is centipede. A centipede is a small and long insect with many legs. For example, my little sister jumped and screamed when she found a centipede in the yard. You can remember this from the prefix centi, which means 100, since centipedes have many legs. Word number 8 is dragonflies. The word dragonflies is plural for dragonfly, which is a small flying insect. For example, on our camping trip, we came across many dragonflies at night. Have you ever seen a dragonfly up close? Remember to drop the Y from dragonfly and add the letters I-E-S. Word number 9 is ravage. Ravage means ruin. For example, earthquakes are known to ravage even the strongest and tallest buildings. Word number 10 is amend. Amend means change. For example, my teacher asked me to amend my sentence because of a spelling mistake. Amend is commonly misspelt with a double M. Don't forget there is only a single M in the word amend. Word number 11 is swiftly. Swiftly means quickly. For example, the detective ran swiftly behind the thief and caught him just before he entered the building. Word number 12 is chilli. Chilli means slightly cold. For example, even though some days are extremely hot, the nights can often get quite chilly. Chilli ends with Y. Word number 13 is chilli. A chilli is a small spicy vegetable. For example, there was so much chilli in the food that I started sweating. This chilli is different from its homophone chili in word number 12. It ends with the letter I. Word number 14 is smirk. A smirk is a cheeky smile. For example, the smirk on Flynn's face made me wonder what cheeky work he was up to. Word number 15 is fluttering. Fluttering means flying by flapping wings. Remember, this word can only be used for a creature with wings, which means a butterfly can flutter, but an aeroplane cannot. For example, I stepped into a garden of colorful flowers and butterflies were fluttering by. Remember, fluttering is spelt with a double T. Word number 16 is valuable. The adjective valuable is for something that is worth a lot of money or is important. For example, some old cars can be very valuable because they have become rare and therefore can worth a lot of money. Word number 17 is Australia. Australia is a country in the southern hemisphere. For example, most people think of kangaroos and barbecues when they think of Australia. Remember, since Australia is a proper noun, it is always spelt with a capital A. Word number 18 is Austria. Austria is a country in the northern hemisphere and is part of Europe. For example, German is the language spoken in Austria. Do not get confused between Australia and Austria, as there are two different countries. Austria is a country, so it is a proper noun, which means it begins with a capital A. Word number 19 is Sydney. Sydney is a city within the state of New South Wales in Australia. For example, Sydney is best known by the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Remember the Y in Sydney and the capital S since it is a proper noun. Word number 20 is Aboriginal. Aboriginal means the original or native people of a country, or in other words, indigenous. For example, Aboriginal Australians have played an important role in shaping Australian history. You can remember this word by splitting it up into original. That is, the original people of a country. Word number 21 is explore. The verb explore means to travel and learn. For example, last weekend we explored the national park and saw all kinds of plants and animals. Have you explored any new place lately? Word number 22 is consult. Consult means to ask for information. For example, most people consult a doctor for a regular checkup or when they feel sick. The word consult is a verb. Word number 23 is generous. The adjective generous means kind and gives a lot to other people. For example, Jenny is one of the most generous people I know. She spends every weekend donating food to the homeless. Word number 24 is hydropower. Hydropower is power and electricity that is made from moving water. It supplies electricity to homes so that we can use our lights and fans. For example, many countries produce hydropower from their big rivers. This picture shows how hydropower is made. You can remember this word since hydro means water, so hydropower means water power. Word number 25 is cloak. A cloak is a coat without sleeves. For example, the lady waited for her friend by the big oak tree wearing her long winter cloak. Do you see the word oak in cloak? Word number 26 is abandoned. Abandoned means left alone. For example, the dog was left abandoned in the forest without any food or water. To remember this spelling, break the word up into A, band, 1, D. Word number 27 is expedition. An expedition is a journey. For example, the expedition to the North Pole was long and tiring. Only the most experienced trekkers could manage it. Remember, there is no letter A in the word expedition. Word number 28 is signal. The noun signal means sign. For example, a traffic signal is used on big roads to control traffic and delays. Do not pronounce signal as signal. Word number 29 is foes. Foes means enemies. For example, SpongeBob didn't have many foes, but Plankton was definitely his worst one. The word foes contains the letters O, E. Word number 30 is crimp. The verb crimp means making small folds in something. For example, most people crimp the edges of their pie to create a wavy folded effect. This brings to the end of our spelling list 2B. Keep practicing and good luck in your spelling test.